I burped. Sorry, I'm gross. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Kevin here, if you don't know who I am. And when I said Kevin here, it sounded like Kevin Queer, which is also accurate, so, you know, why not? Thanks for coming back to another weekly writing vlog. If you don't know who I am, my name's Kevin. I'm an agent and writer on the track to becoming traditionally published. Hopefully. One day. It'll happen. I know it will. Manifesting it. Manifest. All my friends manifest, so I apparently need to get into that. So, it is Wednesday night, and I've been reading, but I'm actually not going to tell you what I've been reading because I'm reading it for research for this, for the fantasy books that I'm working on, but I have a lot of issues with the book, and I'm considering making a whole video on the book. If that's something you'd be interested in, I feel like it would just be like a rant, or me just like talking about why you shouldn't buy it. If you're interested in that, you can comment below and let me know. I don't know, I'm feeling really mixed feelings about it, and I just don't want to talk about it yet. I feel like I have too many feelings. So, but I am reading a book for research. I want to finish the 4-point of view outline fantasy book. I need to come up with I'm just gonna call it the secret project, even though it's not a secret. I talked about it. I'm gonna call it the secret project, 'cause that's what I started calling it, until I have a better name for it. I want to finish the outline for the second part, outline synopsis kind of thing, like I talked about last week, that I'm doing like a kind of like a synopsis. I'm not doing a full synopsis. Well, it's difficult because there's 4 parts, so the whole book's gonna need a synopsis. So I'm kind of doing like a mini synopsis within each section, but it's not really that many. It's just like its own synopsis, but I'm doing an overarching synopsis. It's a little confusing, and I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but it's okay because this is still an early draft and I can always fix things later. But I'm gonna work on that this week. I don't think I'm gonna get the middle grade back this week from my agent. I don't know. I emailed her. Things are a little wonky right now, so I might get that back later this week, or I might get it next week. I don't know yet. But for now, I'm just gonna keep working on that. I'm gonna keep reading. I've been reading, and yeah, like I said, just a lot of feelings about that fantasy craft book that I could say a lot of things about it. I just don't know if I want to put that out there into the world. I don't know. But I also have another longer form video that's going to be more of like a sit down discussion video that I want to start recording probably this weekend. I don't know. That one's going to come out in a few weeks too, because I have to do some like things for it. Some things for it. So yeah, I do have videos planned. Isn't that exciting? If you're new here, you probably don't know that sometimes I disappear, but it's mostly just because like I moved, and so like I couldn't make content while I was moving, and I had depression, and I can't make content when I have depression. So, okay. For now, I'm probably gonna finish, I'm actually I think I'm over halfway done with the craft book. You know, it's gotta be intense, but I'm already feeling lots of feelings, and I'm only halfway through. So, I think I'm gonna read that instead of writing tonight, just because it is a little bit later, and I don't wanna be on my computer screens too late, because it's already 9 o'clock. So I think what I'm gonna do is read, and then tomorrow I'll continue writing the outline thing, synopsis. The synopline, the outsis, I don't know, I'm not making no sense, which is not new here. Okay. Keep watching. I hope you're boogieing and being cool and celebrating Pride Month. Okay, keep watching. Okay, it's now Friday, which means today is the last day of the writing vlog, and I feel like I haven't really recorded much, and so I just wanted to like give an update this week. So I haven't been writing as much, and I think that this week in particular, and I want to. It's not that I don't want to, but I think this week in particular, it's been difficult for me because we just moved, as you may know. And because I took 2 weeks off for the move, I wasn't on my normal sleeping schedule, and I was staying up super late. And if you don't know, if you're new here, I do start work at 4 a.m. And so I have to wake up pretty early in the morning, which normally isn't that difficult because my sleep schedule. But being off for 2 weeks, I totally screwed up my sleep schedule. And because of that, I've not been getting a lot of sleep this week. And I have been staying up late and napping a lot. And so because of that, I've not been getting as much writing done as I wanted to. However, I am finally almost back on track. Like, almost. I need to start going to bed like a little bit earlier. I've been trying to like slowly go to bed earlier. So hopefully next week, my sleeping schedule will be back on track. So I'll be able to write more. But I was listening to this Game of Thrones podcast while I was working. And I just so badly. I want to write a fantasy. I want to write fantasy, right? And I hope that I'm good at it. Like, I know I can write contemporary. I know that they're at least good enough to get me an agent. And so I know that, like, I'm not a bad contemporary writer. I may not be the greatest, but I'm not bad at it, right? But I don't actually know how good I am at fantasy. But I hope I'm good enough to sell a book, because I hope that I someday have a fan base that is as passionate as Martin does. Like, I know some people would be like, I would never want that, but like, I think it would be like scary having this intense fans, but at the same time I kind of want that, because I listen to so many of these like fan theories about like what's really going on, who this person really is, and like that's what I want. I want to create a world that people literally can't stop talking about and thinking about, and they love it so much that they come up with all these fan theories. Like, that is what I want to do. And the issue is that I know that adult fantasy is really hard to get into, and there's not as many, you know, editors doing it anymore, and not as many imprints doing it anymore. There are still some like that, yeah, but it's just not as large of a publishing field as it used to be, right? I think that publishing in general is getting harder to get into. Traditional publishing is just getting harder to get into all around. I know that like adult sci-fi, adult literary is also hard to get into. Now I'm hearing people say that young adult is oversaturated. So I just think that all of publishing is just always oversaturated, to be honest. Like, it's just what it is. Like, there's lots of people that want to be writers, which is awesome, right? I think that's amazing. Like, I love people that are creative. Like, that's my people. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of creative you are. Like, that's the kind of people I want to surround myself with. So like, that's so exciting to me that there's so many creative people out there. But I know it's gonna be harder to get a book published, because like I have ideas for like these really grand fantasy like series ideas, like Martin's and Sanderson's, and it's like, what are the chances that happens? It'll be low. And it's just kind of like disheartening thinking about like how oversaturated publishing is, but at the same time, I'm not gonna give up, because it's what I want to do. I want to write stories. I want to tell stories. I want people to feel the way I and other people feel about A Song of Ice and Fire, like that. They're like so invested in it, and just like following these rabbit holes of listening to other people talk about their theories, and like that's what I want. I want people to read my books and love them so much that they're like, I need to write fan art. I need to go come up with this theory, like, oh, is that person really this person in disguise, and they're doing this, like the politics and the scheming. That is what I love. I love politics and scheming and court intrigue and fantasy. It's my favorite. That's why I really liked Lainey's book from Ginger Reads Lainey. You can go watch her videos where she talks about it. The Serpent Court. I love scheming and politics and fantasy. I love it. I love it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just like rambling about fantasy now, but I am gonna work on that right now. Again, like I said before, I am reading that craft book, but I don't want to talk about it on here. I don't know. I might do a whole video on it. Again, if that's something you'd be interested in, you can comment below and let me know, because I'm like really on the fence about whether or not I want to talk about it. I just feel like it'd be like really negative video. I don't know, but I'm gonna go work on some stuff. I think I might work on a series Bible. So I have an idea for a standalone fantasy novel, which is the 4 Point of View novel that I talked about. And then I also have an idea, which is like my grand fantasy idea that I've been thinking about for like years, like since like 2016 maybe, that I've been building up in my head. And I have a like a world Bible for that like world I'm creating, and I'm always thinking about that one. That one is not the one I'm working on right now, but I kind of want to work on the story Bible, but I shouldn't. I should stick to one project at a time. So for now, actually, for today, I'm gonna keep working on the 4 POV synopsis. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna check back in with you soon, because this vlog's too short and I want you guys to know all my progress. Okay, let's get writing. Update number 1 for the day. So 2. Update number 1 after writing some for the day. Okay, so I wrote and I believe that I just wrote 583 words, which isn't bad. So I'm sitting at 2,300 words total for this synopsis so far. And I think it's gonna come in probably around 4,000 words, which doesn't sound like a lot, but again, this is only for one part of the book. So total, that it's about 16,000 words in theory that the total synopsis would be for the whole book. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm also, some stuff is coming up. This is why I love doing a synopsis now, which I didn't used to like it. But I learned from Lizelle Sandberry, who should be like a writing teacher or something, she's amazing, that doing the synopsis, as much as it may suck, like it really helps. Because as you're doing it, plot holes will show up, and you'll actually know, like, is this book carrying enough weight to finish through? And as I'm doing the synopsis, things are coming up in the fun and games that I'm like, oh yeah, that would be great. Oh yeah, that would be great. So like, as I'm doing it, it's kind of like, because I am a planner at heart, but it's kind of like I'm almost pantsing it at the same time, because I guess that's kind of what planning is though, right? You're thinking things out. So isn't planning and pantsing really two sides of the same coin? Percolating, as someone called it on the NaNoWriMo website once. I don't know what I am then, but I just really enjoy it. But that's my first update. I wrote a little under 600 words, and yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about where I'm at. But I haven't actually started writing it yet. I'm still writing the synopsis. That's okay, because I'm gonna hopefully finish the synopsis today. Wouldn't that be crazy? Or of this part, not the whole book. Because I may like Lizelle Sandberry, but I'm not Lizelle Sandberry, who could be like, done with the whole book, and I'm like, here's a pile of poop. Okay, we'll be back. It is later in the night. It's still Friday. Ooh, this lighting, it's like later, so like the lighting's just gonna be terrible no matter what, no matter where I sit. But it is later in the night. I'm sorry if you can hear my fans. And I like worked out a little bit, ate dinner, stuff like that. So I did not finish the synopsis yet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it tonight. I mean, I wanted to, but seeing as I couldn't write for most of the week because of my terrible sleep schedule, I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed with where I got, but I wish I had finished, but that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna finish tonight, but I'm gonna keep trying. So I'm gonna go shower, and then I'll come back to writing. I just wanted to jump in and let you know where I'm at. What I'm thinking is that, like, I don't think I'm gonna necessarily finish the synopsis. But you never know. Maybe I'll get in the groove of things. Earlier I was really getting in the groove of things, and I'm really feeling good about where the fun and games is at. I already know where like all the later stuff is, like the third act in this section of the book. I already know where it's gonna end. It's gonna end on a cliffhanger. So I already know like where this is headed. I know how it's gonna finish. I know what like the dark night of the soul and all that stuff, the good stuff is, that fun stuff. So really it's just about me, like getting to it. Because I already know how it's gonna end. So I'm kind of just like waffling around, trying to figure out some of the middle parts. But okay, I'm gonna go shower and then we'll do another update. It's about bedtime. It's almost midnight, and I've been writing, and I realized just now that today I've written like a little over 1,300 words or something like that. I don't know, but I wrote I almost doubled my word count total. I think, if I did my math correct. I don't know, math is my strong suit, but I think I almost doubled my word count today. So I'm really happy with what I got done. I was at first like a little like struggling, because you know sometimes you want to write but you're like but then like you get to it and like you just really get in the groove and you like just fall down that writing rabbit hole and you like what you're writing. That's kind of where I was at, because earlier I did hit a roadblock. I did have to take some time off, which is when I like ate, showered, everything, but I was just working and like all this stuff was coming out and I was just like, I don't know, like when I'm writing fantasy, I realized is that I love politics, not real world politics. I do not like real world politics. It's fascinating to me in the way that fantasy politics are. And I'm like at a part where I'm writing some like politics and like they're discussing plans and like what to do about a certain situation. And I realized that you have to be smart to write these things, because like these are smart people, right? And at least you'd think political savvy people are smart. So I'm realizing like I have to put myself in the shoes of someone who is smarter than me, at least at a certain subject. like, it's like, I think Marie Lu spoke about this once, that she wrote a character, I think it was her. We all know I'm really bad at remembering who said what, but she wrote a character who's like really good at like computer hacking or something, or like was a super genius or something like that, and she talked about how she had to learn how to write a character that was smarter than she was, or like better at her than in something. And I think that a lot of writers are going to run into that, because when you're writing a character, like for instance, if you write a character who is good at sword fighting, like you may not know anything about sword fighting, so you have to put yourself in those shoes. Well, I'm putting myself in the shoes of someone who's really good at politically scheming, and I'm not in real life. So like I'm like writing this and I am enjoying it, and I'm thinking like, oh, that's good, like this is good, like what they're talking about is good. But I'm thinking, is it good? Like if somebody outside read it, would they be like, what? Duh. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But I'm really happy with where I'm at with this. And I did want to finish it today. That's not going to happen. I realized, excuse me, I realized that there's some stuff that I need to add in before it's done. So a lot, like not a lot more, but just more than I thought. I have more than I thought left. So it's not going to get finished today. But I'm really happy with what I got done this week, even if, like I said, I still scheduled this episode. I didn't get a lot of writing done. But next week I'm really excited. I did pitch an idea to my agent, and she wants to see the first chapter of it. So I'm gonna be working on that next week as well, most likely, as well as the synopsis. So yeah, you'll have to tune back here next week to see what I work on. Okay, so yeah, okay. Thank you for watching the video, everybody. If you like my video, make sure you hit that like button below. If you love the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. And until next time, here is Damien. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Love you. Bye.